Random Topics.
I'm Marcy.
And I'm Daisy.
Welcome.
If you guys are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys are returning subscribers, thank you. And today's random topic is...
Parenthood.
In what sense?
Do you think that there's a perfect time to be a parent? To become a parent?
No. I think that no. I mean, I don't know in what sense you're asking, but like when I hear that thing,
however you think of
I
it.
automatically just think like no, because I feel like yes and no depending on how you're thinking about it, but I think that overall can no, because I feel like even though you're not like financially stable or whatever, which can like make it okay for you to become a parent, but I feel like there's cases where because you a parent, like it pushes you even more to become financially stable. So it's like I guess it depends on the person and each person's certain situation, because I feel like everybody deals with everything differently, and it can motivate some people while it can like basically be like the worst thing that happens to them in their life, and is in like their goals type of way. Yeah. I guess that's what I think of when I like think of like that question.
So do you think that you being young will motivate you? Like being young parent, like will motivate you to grow as a person and be responsible? Or you just don't have it in you? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yes. So I think that obviously we all know there is situations where people do grow, and it is like the best thing that has happened to them. And then there's people that you know of that it's like they didn't even want to take care of their kid, and they like walked out on their kid. So it's like there's both situations, and it could go both ways. So I think that it'll depend on the parent, the person, right? But I think that for me, was it kind of like I think for me, like it would be a motivation, and I feel like it depends on people's mindsets and how they think, and if they want to have a child. And obviously, like I think a lot, it can and can't have a lot to do with who you having a child with, because I think that overall, if you want a child, like even if the person's not there, like you're still gonna take it into your account to like be there for your child and do it for your child. But I think that overall, it's every person's, I guess, like drive to be successful and like to believe in themselves, I guess, like to know that,
because like, even if you become a parent at a young age, it doesn't like define you as not being able to grow anymore.
Yeah, like anything is possible.
To continue school, because I mean, I know a lot of people that became parents when they were young, but I feel like, well, I mean, it goes both ways, right? Like in some cases, it didn't stop them, and they kept growing. But then in some, it's like I do know people where it's like they didn't even stay together, or I mean, I can't say that they're not good parents because I don't know.
Yeah.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it's hard, I think.
Yeah. Each person is different, and each person, I think that like it has a lot to do with like your mentality. So it's like I think that believing that you can do it, and that like not staying into the position where it's like, shit, I'm pregnant, and now it's like, now well, my life's over. Which I feel like that has a lot to do with like knowing that it's like anything is possible, and like no, your life's not over. Like it's just you poniéndote las pilas, and then just getting shit done, and you know, like finding a way, any type of way. Like there's, you know, it's possible.
I mean, I think that there's no perfect time to become a parent. I just think it's harder in some situations on how you became a parent. So if you were too young, obviously you were a kid yourself, so you know you were learning how to be a parent.
Like it just adds difficulties onto it, but I don't think it necessarily makes it easier if you're older or easier if you're younger. Like I think that at every stage of your life, there's always obstacles that you're gonna deal with that you wouldn't have dealt with at a different age. Like
Exactly.
when you're
When
young,
you
it's
get
like,
older,
oh, I'm older. Like it's not the same thing having a
uh-huh,
kid
you
or with.
think you're more responsible, and then you're maybe financially stable, so it's like in that sense is like you're okay, but then you have to be responsible. But then not everybody's the same, and there is like there is parents that becomes parent there is parents that become parents that you don't really full on take your responsibility,
Yeah,
because I feel like sometimes some rely too much on their parents still, if it makes sense. Which, I mean, whoever does, and it works out for you
like that they
guys as
have
a,
the support.
yeah. But do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah, like it's never like every person's life is different, and
Uh-huh.
everybody might have to grow
A different.
differently. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like I can have a child and it's like my mom can't be there, so it's like I really have to have the child on my own.
Yeah.
Where it's like maybe that was my first child and then I grow up and then like I get married or whatever and then I have a different child where it's like
Mm-hmm.
the first child compared to that one is totally different, like environment and
Experience.
everything and
Mm-hmm.
experience, versus there can be someone that's like my first child, I could have had it and it's like my mom could have been there and like taken care of it, where it's like when I have my second one it's like my mom's not there and then it's like wait, like I thought you took care of my kids, like not me, because that's how
Mm-hmm.
I had my first child. So it's like I think that at every stage of your life where you have kids and you get to see the differences, what it's like having one at a younger age, at an older age, and as you just get older, because I
Yeah.
think that it does change and it like your environment and your people that you have around you do change, or
It
do help
does.
you
It
or
really
do
does.
um yeah, they help you, and then every child is different.
Yeah.
But like a correct time to have a kid, I think no, but it's everybody's choice because everybody
That's the
has
thing
like a
though.
goal.
Sometimes you don't make it a choice, and sometimes it just happens. So like when there was younger kids, because I mean they are kids still, having kids themselves, right there you weren't planning on
Yeah.
becoming a parent. So you had to learn how to become a parent on your own. And then there is a lot of cases where like if your parents don't accept it, like you had to deal with like the whole thing on your own.
Yeah,
Does that make
that's what
sense?
I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
every person's experience is different because there can be parents that are supportive and some that are not,
Uh-huh.
family that is supportive, family that is not. So it's like
Yeah.
everybody's experience with
Are
everything
different.
has been different
Oh
in
yeah.
general. So I think it depends a lot on that. But like also like we were saying how this is like being financially stable can also make it easier for you, but it also doesn't make it seem where it's like, oh, everything is solved because like now you have money, but it
Mm-hmm.
does um make it like everything that you have can help you in some aspects but not in everything.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you have money, like it's like okay, like you don't have to worry about like buying the things, but it's like maybe like taking care of the child itself like is too much for the person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
When you do desire to become a parent though, and you become a parent, is because you within you already you wanted to be a parent. So you already know what comes with parenting. The responsibility, the spending, everything.
mm-hmm,
Like whether it's a mom or whether it's a dad, because sometimes it's like it's a couple thing where you're in sync, where it's like, oh yeah, like let's be parents already, or however it comes about. But I think that it's just easier in some
cases.
cases. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hmm.
But do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like where like even so you're talking about financially stable, which goes into the same thing with what I'm saying, where when you desire to be a parent already is because you have all that you want and know that you're going to be okay. So you're going to be able to provide for your child, and you guys are going to be fine.
Yeah, like that's when you're
You're
planning to have a child.
uh-huh.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a child," and then well, my
Without
mom's
thinking
gonna take
about
care
what
of
it
it.
is to
Yeah.
have a child. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, when it's planned, it's totally different. Like, I feel like
Uh huh.
you already obviously didn't just, I want to have a child, so, okay. It's like
Mhm.
you already obviously thought about everything that comes with having a child, and it's like,
Mhm.
like, thought about like everything that comes with having a child, so I feel like it's different when it's planned versus when, like, it's not planned, and it's just like
It's not just
it's
necessarily
everybody, like I
being
said, everybody's
perfect.
situation.
It's just planned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's situation is just like different, but I feel like everybody can make the best of every
Mhm.
single situation if they want to.
Exactly. Because they're, right now thinking about like the topic, I go back and think of the show, The Teen Mom,
Mm-hmm.
and on how all the moms in that show, because I know you watched the show too.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the moms in the show, obviously they're teen moms, but some had it easy and some didn't. Like
Yeah,
some had the support from the parent, and then some didn't have the support.
somewhere
So,
with the partner and somewhere, so that actually shows you like a lot where it's like I was saying, like everybody's situation is different, where
mm-hmm.
it's like even if you have it bad with your family or with your significant other, like you can still be a good parent, you can still
Some,
yeah, like you
yeah,
can
like you
still
can
raise
still
them in
raise
a
them.
good way, so it's like
Yeah,
it's every person's mindset that
because
believes in
honestly,
themselves.
like
I just
I
feel that
didn't
that's what
think
it
of
is.
that topic because of Teen Mom, but it actually fits in
Yeah, yeah.
perfectly because I don't know all the moms, but when I used to watch it, like I did know, I think like season 1 and season 2, and I like some of them and I don't like some of them just because of the ways that they had, where it's like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, but that's where it's crazy, and where we always say like everybody has a different opinion, and everybody
mm-hmm,
is gonna be on her side, on my side, on any none side, because every single person thinks different. And I
yeah,
think the same thing when I used to watch it, there was certain people where I was like, oh my god, like I can't stand them, or I don't know why they do this or do that, but they're they're actually made it because people like them.
mm-hmm.
So it's like that means that people like
People
support them, and
relate.
people, yeah,
So
people, there you go,
yeah,
people relate. So
mm-hmm.
it's like just like people can relate to someone, people can't relate to you. So it's like there's always gonna be someone that can relate to you, even though,
Whether it's good or whether it's bad.
yes.
Yeah, because in that show, like from both of those seasons that I'm saying, from all the, what is it, like 8 moms, I think it was like 4 moms in each season or 5, I don't remember,
Something like that.
but like they each had a different story. Like they all had a different storyline. That was the whole point of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why they chose, and they had them.
Every
Uh
girl,
huh.
they chose it for a reason, to have a different storyline on
Yeah.
the season.
Like Caitlyn, you know how she
Mm-hmm.
gave her daughter up for adoption?
Yeah,
It's like
and
she knew, they knew at that time they weren't good to be parents, and that's why they gave her up for adoption. But it's so
yeah.
like, I think, I mean, who knows what they really feel now, if they do feel rewarded, where it's like they made the right decision at that time, but then it's like now they have their other kids, so it's like it's hard. But at the time that they were living, they made a good choice for
It's crazy
themselves.
because I mean, we don't know of anybody personally like a story like that, but it's a you so like that's why those shows like do work in some sense, where it's like you watch that, especially hers, whereas like you watch it and it's like, oh my
It
god,
makes,
like you hear of people that obviously, people, of kids that are up for adoption, and it's like there's so many reasons why they're there, so it's like that
yeah,
it's life and it happens, right? But you never hear the good side to why someone did it. You always assume like, oh, they're bad parents,
because
they
they
didn't want
didn't
their
want
kids,
them.
they didn't want the
Uh huh.
kids. But it's like you got to see like a side, or you got to hear a story of why someone did it for the good of it, like for their own daughter, and it's just,
Yeah.
it's crazy to see people make choices like that, because it's
Wait,
hard. Like I
check
think
this
it's
out
hard.
though. For what they did for their daughter, right? Like for her daughter, for their daughter to have a good life, but also giving someone the opportunity to become
A parent.
parents that can't be parents.
Yeah.
So that's even too amazing, where it's like you gave the chance to someone to have what they can't have.
Yeah, yeah. Like you
So
like they have
yeah,
a big heart.
they do.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, I can't say who's my favorite out of like all of them. Like her story just like really
It's
stands
different.
out to me a lot because of like obviously like what they did and being so young and them making the decision themselves. Like it's not like someone made them do it.
Yeah.
Like they did it. So it's like it tells you a lot that even at the age that they were, them knowing that they weren't going to be able to take care of that baby, they chose a hard decision, but it was a good decision at the end. So it just goes to show you, like, even though,
Everybody
yeah,
thinks different and everybody has a different heart. Like yeah.
yeah. But anyways, I mean, it was just relatable of the topic,
Because it
obviously,
goes
like from
into
Timo.
parenthood
Yeah,
and yeah.
but it goes into show where it's like not just because you became a parent at a young age, it means you can't be a good parent. It's just having the power to do it and be willing to do it.
And believing in
Obviously.
yourself because
Yeah.
like if you want to do it, like you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Since you're not a parent, like I was like, I wonder what you think
Mm-hmm.
on that. But
Well, it's crazy because I used to want to be like I would always say like, "Oh, I want to be a young parent." But I feel like when you're young, you don't think of what it
the
is to
responsibility.
you don't think
Yeah.
of like everything that it takes to be a parent. Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
just I want to be a parent, I want to have a kid. It's about way more. So I feel like
You know
it's
what it
easy to
is?
just say I want to have a kid
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like now I think and I'm just like
Could I
I
be a
don't even know
parent?
if I want to have a kid. You know, it's like so much. Like the world is trash, and I'm just like, it's a lot. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That was just kind of like what I wanted to know, like what your thoughts were behind on that, you know?
Yeah, like just about parenthood and.
Yeah. But yeah, cool.
So if you guys liked today's topic, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell so you guys can stay notified every single time we upload a new video.
Thank you guys for watching.
And don't forget to check the description box so you guys can stay connected with us on all the other links that we have on our social medias. And yeah,
Thank you guys for watching.
bye.
Bye.